The relationship between India and Israel is a compelling example of a dynamic and evolving friendship between two nations. Despite their geographical separation and distinct historical paths, the shared values, complementary strengths, and common challenges have united these two democracies over the years. The bond between India and Israel is not just a recent phenomenon, but has deep roots in their historical contexts, influenced by geopolitics, cultural interactions, and mutual respect. This comprehensive analysis aims to explore the historical background, political evolution, and multifaceted nature of the India-Israel friendship, detailing its significance in the present geopolitical climate. Historical context: a long journey to friendship. The friendship between India and Israel, while officially formalized in 1992, has a more extended historical background that predates their diplomatic relations. The complex journey of these relations reflects both ideological differences and pragmatic alignment, evolving from early reticence to a robust strategic partnership today. Pre-independence period and underlying affinity. The historical interaction between India and Israel can be traced back to the ancient times of the Jewish diaspora. Jews have been living in India for over 2 millennia, making it one of the few countries where they were not persecuted. Various Jewish communities, such as the Bene Israel and Cochin Jews, have integrated into Indian society, contributing to the social and cultural fabric of the subcontinent. From a religious and cultural perspective, both countries share ancient civilizations with rich heritages. These commonalities laid the foundation for a mutual understanding even before their formal diplomatic relations. India's early reluctance. Post-independence. When Israel declared its independence in 1948, India's position was cautious. Despite Mahatma Gandhi's moral opposition to Zionism, India was sympathetic to the plight of Jews due to their historical suffering, particularly during the Holocaust. However, India, under Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, was reluctant to establish formal relations with Israel for several reasons. First, India's non-aligned movement commitment. India positioned itself as a leader of the non-aligned movement during the Cold War. Aligning with Israel, perceived as a Western ally, might have jeopardized this position. Second, support for Palestine. India's historical support for the Palestinian cause was significant. The Indian government was concerned about alienating Arab countries, which provided critical support for India, particularly in terms of oil imports and political backing on issues like Kashmir. And third, domestic concerns. India has the world's second-largest Muslim population, and the government was wary of creating internal tensions by appearing to side with Israel. These factors kept India from establishing formal diplomatic ties with Israel for decades, despite quiet, unofficial cooperation, especially in the areas of defense and agriculture. The turning point, 1992, and the establishment of diplomatic relations. The relationship between India and Israel fundamentally shifted in 1991 to 1992. Several global and regional developments prompted India to re-evaluate its stance toward Israel. First, the end of the Cold War. The disintegration of the Soviet Union and the diminishing relevance of the Cold War alliances led India to recalibrate its foreign policy. The new unipolar world order, dominated by the United States, made it essential for India to seek new alliances and partners. Second, economic liberalization. In 1991, India embarked on significant economic reforms, opening up its economy to global markets. Israel, a technological powerhouse with expertise in sectors like IT, defense, and agriculture, became an attractive partner for India's economic aspirations. Third, Arab-Israeli peace talks. The Oslo Accords in the early 1990s between Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization, or PLO, marked a thaw in the Arab-Israeli conflict. This created a more conducive atmosphere for India to normalize its relations with Israel without severely damaging its ties with Arab countries. In 1992, under Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, India established full diplomatic relations with Israel, signaling a major shift in its foreign policy. This was a watershed moment, setting the stage for a multifaceted relationship that would grow stronger over the years. The evolution of India-Israel ties. Post-1992. Since 1992, the India-Israel relationship has expanded significantly, encompassing a wide range of sectors including defense, agriculture, science and technology, trade, and people-to-people ties. What started as cautious diplomacy soon transformed into a vibrant and strategic partnership. Defense and security cooperation. One of the pillars of the India-Israel partnership is defense and security cooperation. Israel, with its advanced defense technology, has become one of India's key suppliers of military equipment. This collaboration has been driven by India's need to modernize its military capabilities and Israel's proficiency in producing cutting-edge technologies. First, defense equipment and technology. Israel supplies India with a variety of high-tech defense equipment, including radar systems, surveillance technology, drones, and missile systems like the Barak 8. This cooperation has enhanced India's defense capabilities, particularly in areas of counter-terrorism and border security. Second, counter-terrorism cooperation. Both India and Israel have faced the threat of terrorism. The two nations have shared intelligence and collaborated on counter-terrorism strategies, drawing from Israel's expertise in dealing with asymmetric warfare and insurgencies. Third, joint military exercises. Over the years, the two countries have conducted joint military exercises and training programs, further deepening their defense ties. This has allowed both nations to learn from each other's military experiences and operational techniques. Agriculture and water management, a key area of cooperation. Agriculture has been another key area where Israel has made a substantial impact in India. Israel, despite its arid climate and limited natural resources, has developed some of the world's most advanced agricultural techniques. India, with its vast agricultural sector, has benefited from Israel's expertise in areas like 1. Irrigation and water conservation. Israel's innovations in drip irrigation and water management have been crucial in helping India address its water scarcity problems. Israeli companies have worked with Indian farmers to introduce sustainable and efficient irrigation systems that conserve water while boosting agricultural productivity. 2. Agricultural research collaboration between Indian and Israeli research institutions has led to the development of new crop varieties and agricultural practices that are suitable for India's diverse climatic conditions. Israeli technology has been instrumental in transforming arid and semi-arid regions in India into fertile agricultural lands. Science and technology, a catalyst for growth. Science and technology form another cornerstone of India-Israel cooperation. Israel, known as the startup nation, is a global leader in innovation, particularly in sectors like information technology, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology. India, with its burgeoning tech industry and large talent pool, has been a natural partner for Israel in this domain. 1. Bilateral R&D projects. Both countries have launched joint research and development projects in areas like nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, and space research. These collaborations have resulted in technological advancements that benefit both nations. 2. Startup and innovation ecosystem. Israel's vibrant startup ecosystem has influenced India's own approach to fostering innovation. Several Indian startups have partnered with Israeli companies or drawn inspiration from Israel's successful entrepreneurship model. Trade and economic cooperation. The economic partnership between India and Israel has also seen substantial growth. Bilateral trade, which was minimal in the early 1990s, has now surpassed $7 billion annually, covering a wide range of sectors, including technology, agriculture, and pharmaceuticals. Both countries are currently working on a free trade agreement that would further enhance economic ties. 1. Pharmaceuticals. India is a leading supplier of generic drugs to Israel, while Israel exports advanced medical technology to India, creating a mutually beneficial healthcare partnership. 2. High-tech industries. The trade relationship is driven by high-tech industries, with Israeli companies investing in India's technology sector and Indian companies exploring business opportunities in Israel's innovation-driven market. Geopolitical alignment and global challenges. India and Israel have found themselves aligned on various geopolitical and global challenges, including the fight against terrorism, regional stability, and the need for a multipolar world order. Their collaboration on defense, technology, and counter-terrorism is an essential element of their shared strategic interests. First, let's talk about regional stability. Both countries face volatile regional environments, Israel in the Middle East and India in South Asia. They share concerns over radical extremism, state-sponsored terrorism, and nuclear proliferation. These shared concerns have further strengthened their security cooperation. Next, balancing relations with other powers. Both nations have also skillfully managed their relationships with other global powers, such as the United States, China, and Russia. India, for example, maintains strong ties with the Arab world while deepening its friendship with Israel, reflecting its strategic balancing act. People-to-people ties, strengthening cultural connections. The strong historical and cultural ties between the Jewish and Indian communities continue to be a bedrock of the India-Israel relationship. Several Indian Jewish communities have found a home in Israel, while Israel remains a popular destination for Indian tourists and professionals. Cultural exchange programs. Cultural exchanges, academic partnerships, and joint festivals celebrating both Indian and Israeli cultures have fostered greater understanding and appreciation between the people of the two nations. Tourism and education. Thousands of Indian students study in Israeli universities, particularly in the fields of science and technology. Similarly, many Israelis visit India for tourism, with a particular affinity for Indian spirituality and culture. Conclusion. A friendship rooted in shared values and mutual interests. The India-Israel relationship is a testament to how two countries, despite initial hesitations, can forge a lasting friendship based on mutual respect, shared democratic values, and common strategic interests. Over the past few decades, this relationship has grown stronger, reflecting the evolving needs of both nations in an increasingly complex global environment. The India-Israel friendship, built on a foundation of trust, cooperation, and complementary strengths, continues to deepen, offering vast potential for future collaboration. As both nations confront 21st century challenges such as security threats, water scarcity, and technological disruptions, their partnership stands as a strategic alliance, symbolizing resilience and forward-thinking diplomacy. Looking forward. Future prospects of the India-Israel partnership. While the current relationship is robust, the future of India-Israel ties holds immense promise. Several key areas of collaboration are likely to dominate in the coming years, including defense innovation, sustainable development, digital infrastructure, and geopolitical coordination. Defense innovation and cybersecurity. India and Israel are poised to further enhance their defense cooperation, especially in cybersecurity, missile defense systems, and space technology. With the increasing threats of cyber warfare, both countries can benefit from combining their strengths in IT and security infrastructure to create advanced defensive systems. Cybersecurity alliances. As the world becomes more interconnected, cybersecurity has become a critical aspect of national security. Israel, renowned for its cyber defense capabilities, can play a pivotal role in bolstering India's defenses in cyberspace. Sharing intelligence, Collaborating on joint cyber defense initiatives and developing advanced surveillance systems will remain crucial areas of engagement. Defense technology and joint ventures. India's defense industry, which aims to reduce its dependency on imports, can benefit from technology transfers and joint production ventures with Israel. Cooperation in next-generation weapon systems, artificial intelligence-driven warfare, and unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, is likely to intensify. Water security and environmental sustainability. Water security is a growing concern for both India and Israel, given the increasing impacts of climate change and population pressures. Israel's experience in water management, desalination, and wastewater recycling can offer long-term solutions to India's water crisis. Expanding agricultural cooperation. Agriculture will remain a cornerstone of bilateral relations, with Israel's innovative agricultural technology addressing challenges related to climate change and food security. Expanding the network of centers of excellence across India, which impart Israeli farming techniques to Indian farmers, will ensure that Indian agriculture remains resilient and productive in the face of future challenges. Collaborative research in climate solutions. Joint research in renewable energy, water conservation, and environmental technologies will become a critical area of collaboration as both countries prioritize sustainable development. India's vast renewable energy market provides opportunities for Israeli companies to contribute to the green revolution, particularly in solar energy and smart water management. Trade and economic collaboration. The trade relationship between India and Israel is set to grow, particularly in high-tech sectors such as artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and fintech. As both nations continue to expand their economic horizons, the following areas offer exciting prospects. Free Trade Agreement, FTA. Negotiations for a potential free trade agreement, FTA, are ongoing and could significantly boost bilateral trade by reducing tariffs and encouraging more investments. An FTA would create new avenues for businesses on both sides, especially in pharmaceuticals, defense, and agricultural technology. Collaborations in high-tech startups. Israel's vibrant startup ecosystem, often referred to as the startup nation, can serve as an inspiration for India's burgeoning entrepreneurial landscape. Indian and Israeli startups have already collaborated on innovative projects in sectors like healthcare, cybersecurity, and financial technology. Such partnerships are expected to increase, with opportunities for venture capital investments and co-innovation platforms. Geopolitical coordination. The shared geopolitical challenges of the 21st century will likely bring India and Israel even closer. Both countries face regional instability, terrorism, and changing global power dynamics, which requires coordinated foreign policy efforts. Strengthening multilateral alliances. India and Israel are both aligned with several key global issues, including combating terrorism and ensuring regional stability. Their cooperation in multilateral platforms such as the United Nations, as well as in strategic groups like I2U2, India, Israel, United Arab Emirates, and United States, will remain crucial as both countries seek to shape a rules-based international order. Shared concerns over radical extremism. As India grapples with terrorism and regional security threats, Israel's expertise in intelligence and counter-terrorism can continue to support India's security infrastructure. Both countries are committed to fighting radical extremism and maintaining peace in their regions, which aligns their diplomatic priorities in international forums. Cultural exchange and people-to-people ties. Cultural and educational ties between India and Israel are expected to deepen as both nations recognize the importance of people-to-people connections in sustaining long-term relationships. Boosting academic exchanges. Indian students are increasingly seeking educational opportunities in Israeli universities, especially in fields like science, engineering, and technology. Expanding student exchange programs and joint research initiatives will help strengthen academic collaboration, fostering deeper ties between future generations. Tourism and cultural understanding. The flow of Israeli tourists to India and vice versa is expected to grow. India has long been a popular destination for Israeli travelers, particularly those exploring Indian spirituality and culture. Similarly, Israel's historical and religious significance makes it an attractive destination for Indian tourists. Governments on both sides are working to simplify visa processes and encourage tourism as a way to further cultural diplomacy. Conclusion: a strategic, long-lasting alliance. The India-Israel relationship stands as a testament to how two nations, initially cautious, can grow into strategic allies based on mutual interests and shared values. Over time, this bond has evolved into a multi-dimensional partnership encompassing defense, agriculture, science and technology, trade, and cultural exchanges. The post-1992 era has witnessed the relationship flourish, but it is the underlying trust, resilience, and pragmatic alignment that have propelled it forward. As global challenges become more complex, ranging from security threats to environmental sustainability, India and Israel's friendship will continue to play a significant role in shaping not just their bilateral ties, but also regional and global politics. Both nations are committed to building a future that is secure, prosperous, and technologically advanced, where their collaboration serves as a model for other democracies seeking to balance national interests with global responsibility. In this context, the India-Israel friendship is not merely a diplomatic relationship, but a powerful alliance that draws strength from history, thrives on mutual respect, and aims to contribute meaningfully to global peace and progress.